Top of everyone's minds is the cost of living. Even before the war, inflation was already becoming a problem because COVID-19 had disrupted supply chains, and it had also caused developed countries, especially the US, to implement huge spending packages, stoking inflation, which spread internationally. But the war has made things worse. Oil and gas supplies from Russia are getting disrupted, and this is pushing up energy prices worldwide. That's why our electricity prices have gone up. Ukraine and Russia are also major grain exporters. The war has prevented most of their grain from being shipped out to world markets, and that's causing shortages and pushing up food prices globally. The government is doing everything necessary to support Singaporeans, especially middle and lower income families. And the support includes cash payouts, U-Save rebates, SNC rebates, CDC vouchers, MediSave top-ups, and more. This financial year alone, a middle-income family with 2 young children staying in a 4-room HDB flat can expect an additional $2,200 in support. And a lower-income family staying in a 3-room HDB flat, like the one I talked about in my Chinese speech just now, can expect even more, about $3,700. This will not cover fully every cost increase, but it will help lighten the burden on Singaporean households. And if the situation worsens, we stand ready to do more. MAS has also tightened our exchange rate policy. The Singapore dollar has strengthened. It makes traveling overseas more affordable. At home, it makes imported goods cheaper in Sing dollar terms. But there's a limit to this because a stronger Sing dollar also makes our exports more expensive and we lose competitiveness against other countries. So we have to be very careful not to overdo things. The basic reality is that international economic conditions have fundamentally changed. It's not just the pandemic or the war in Ukraine. The recent decades were an exceptional period. Globalization was in full swing. International trade grew rapidly. China's economy was growing exponentially and exporting more and more goods at highly competitive prices all over the world. And this brought down the cost of many products and kept prices worldwide very stable. This era is now over. China's growth and exports are slowing, their costs are going up. Some countries have raised tariffs against each other, particularly between the US and China. And countries are also relooking at their supply chains to prioritize resilience and self-sufficiency. That means not buying from the cheapest. That means accepting higher costs. And companies too are opting for just-in-case instead of just-in-time production. And all these trends are raising costs and pushing up inflation everywhere, including in Singapore. We don't have much influence over this global inflation picture, but what is within our power is to make ourselves more productive and more competitive, because then our workers can earn more and can more than make up for the higher prices of food, of fuel, and of other imports. And that way, we can all become better off in real terms.